This is no ordinary royal scandal. It's not about fancy dresses or palace whispers. It's about money, the kind that doesn't show up in public financial reports or charitable trusts. Late last night, a trove of secret bank documents leaked out, documents that no one should ever see, hidden behind cryptographic transactions and disguised transfers. At the center of the story is Meghan Markle. According to two well-placed financial sources, the documents reveal a string of small transfers, small enough not to set off bank alerts, but frequent enough to raise suspicion. Amounts of £3,500, £4,200, sometimes in US dollars, were transferred through an intermediary account to individuals listed as palace staff. Each transaction was accompanied by a chilling note: "Keep this between us." For months, the transfers seemed meaningless, until an anonymous whistleblower began to piece together the puzzle. They found that the dates of the transfers matched events inside the royal family: unexpected leaks, last-minute schedule changes, and public embarrassments. One of the first payments to come to light came just days before a major tabloid published a story describing Meghan as an unjustly silenced outsider, with details only palace insiders would know. The whistleblower, whose voice has been edited to protect her identity, said they were shocked to see the connection between the bank transactions and real-life events. They pointed to one case from March last year, when Meghan appeared at a charity gala in California. But just 48 hours earlier, £5,000 had been transferred to the account of a junior communications assistant at Kensington Palace. 3 weeks later, the assistant quietly resigned, citing family reasons. No formal investigation was launched. Then came the Crown incident. For years, the public thought it was just a rumor. Meghan was not allowed to wear a particular emerald tiara at her wedding. But new documents show a £4,750 transfer made just a week before Meghan's private complaint about the tiara was leaked to a royal journalist. The whistleblower insists this was no accident. Each payment was linked to a story, a rumor, or a change in how the royal family was perceived. This wasn't carelessness, it was strategy. Most suspicious of all, the payments didn't come from Meghan's name. Instead, they were routed through a communications consultancy in Delaware, a state with notoriously secretive financial laws. The firm had just one client: Meghan's charitable foundation. In other words, every transaction looked like a legitimate communications expense until you traced it and saw the money going to palace staff who were supposed to be loyal to the royal family. The final transfers that prompted the whistleblower to come forward were 2 months ago, coinciding with a sensitive moment: the announcement of King Charles's health. The palace had carefully prepared the announcement to project stability, with William and Kate positioned as pillars of continuity. But just 24 hours earlier, 3 payments totaling more than £15,000 had been made to 2 mid-level communications staff. A week later, reports began to emerge, suggesting tensions between William and Charles over the future of the throne, undermining William's image as the natural heir. The whistleblower claimed this was a deliberate attempt to make William look less available and less trustworthy. The funds were routed through a foreign exchange service that specializes in anonymous transactions, coincidentally the same service Meghan's former manager used. While the palace was busy managing the crisis, Meghan was photographed at a Hollywood networking party where information was exchanged as easily as glasses of champagne. The picture was becoming clear. Someone was manipulating the story from the shadows, and they had allies within the palace. One of the employees receiving the money was an old acquaintance of Meghan's from before she married Harry. As an actress on Suits, Meghan had built up a network of contacts in Britain, meeting people who could open doors to the elite. One of them was a young, ambitious communications assistant who went on to work at Kensington Palace. She had access to sensitive schedules, drafts of press releases, and internal communications plans. She knew how the palace intended to tell its story and how to discreetly undermine it. A leaked text message from the staffer to someone in Meghan's circle read, "Hospital visit is set for next Thursday. Cameras will be on William. If she wants her story to be on the news cycle, we need to give the press something more interesting on Tuesday night." And sure enough, 2 days before Charles's hospital appearance, a rumor of tense dinners between William and Kate was released, leaving both of them in tatters. The palace was now at a crossroads. Open up, or continue to play in the shadows? William looked out the window, his gaze hard. If she wants a fight in the shadows, we'll give her one. In London, Meghan's phone buzzed with an encrypted message from her palace contact. They know. The game is no longer secret. The next move will determine who keeps the crown and who loses it all.